scoring their first ever goal.
The young volunteer running her weekly junior club hockey session.
The technical official who's just received their first international appointment.
The international player who makes a stand in solidarity for a great cause.
The parent watching her son play para hockey for the first time.
A veteran umpire being thanked by a player after a tough game.
The parent who gets to see their daughter's Olympic dream come true.
The team captain who finally finds an 11th player at midnight before the game the next day.
The international player receiving the call that they have been selected to represent their country at the Olympic Games.
The educator closing the final session on their first course.
The school teacher planning a lesson for a group of 6-year-olds.
The goalkeeper who saves the final penalty shootout to win the championship for their team.
The newly elected president with hopes, promises and ambitions for their federation.
These are just some of the many hockey dreams that are the heart and soul of our sport. The reason we exist as elected officials, staff and volunteers of local, national, continental and international federations.
We are hockey, over 30 million of us. We're all striving to grow and develop the game that we all love. We all have dreams and ambitions about where we hope our hockey will be in the future.
We do this at all levels, in a multitude of environments with different challenges, expectations and resources. Yet, we're all the same. We have the same desire for hockey.
The greatest thing about development is that you're focused on somebody else.
Hello and welcome. Hockey development is at the heart of all our articles, statutes and missions. To protect, sustain and grow hockey should be our primary purpose. Top of the list, above all else. Despite the unprecedented and destructive challenges that COVID has delivered to hockey and beyond over the past 18 months, the hockey family has achieved an incredible amount. FIH membership, development and education is one cog in a huge wheel of global hockey development. In 2018, we introduced Hockey 2024, a global development strategy for hockey. We set some ambitious targets across 4 critical areas: participation, education, infrastructure, and inspiration. We and the 5 continental federations ask for your help in achieving these targets. The following is our halftime update. The FIH Development and Education Committee was established in March 2019 and has met 3 times since, all online. The overall aims and objectives of the committee are to assist the FIH in supporting member national associations with the implementation of Hockey 2024 and future global strategies. Here you can see the members of the DEC representing all 5 continents and the Athletes Committee. Now I'd like to introduce co-chairs of the committee, Taib Ikram and Saif Ahmed.
Dear hockey friends, dear hockey family, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. On behalf of FIH Development and Education Committee, I would like to welcome you in this important session. One of the biggest milestones we achieved to re-establish the FIH Development and Education Committee. Although pandemic created a big challenge in implementing our plans, but we are pleased to inform you that our online engagement were a great success. We were able to deliver 225 courses and workshops for all the coaches, umpires, and technical officials throughout the world. We look forward to resume our on-ground development activities and join face-to-face activities in near future. Taking this opportunity, I would like to appreciate and special thanks to our team, especially co-chair Saif Ahmed, and also development team led by Mike Joyce and André Oliveira for their great work, who are very passionate about development. Let us look at the summary and highlights of our work. Thank you.
This year, we celebrate the Hockey Invites Year of the Youth 2021. celebrating 20 years on from the 2001 Year of the Youth, and a range of projects and initiatives were launched to encourage the growth and promotion of youth participation in hockey. You'll hear a little bit more about each of these projects later on when we give an update on Hockey 2024. The DEC would like to encourage all nations to engage with the Year of the Youth. A digital and print promotion pack was created and distributed to all nations in March, but it's also available at FIH.academy/YOTY 2021, as shown. Over 50 projects have already been registered and many have been promoted through our media channels. Since 2018, the FIH has invested in excess of $2 million into development and education projects, both directly and via Continental Federation grants. Whilst this report focuses on direct action by the FIH, it would be remiss of me not to mention the incredible achievements of the CFs over the past 2 years. Here are some of the projects that were initiated and implemented by the 5 continental federations since 2018. In particular, during the past year and a half, all CFs have been running a wide range of seminars, workshops, courses, and general engagements for their member NAs. In fact, communication has never been so regular and efficient. Zoom and team meetings are here to stay and are a great addition to physical meetings. Once again, hockey has been one of the most active recipients of Olympic Solidarity grants. Here is DEC co-chair Tyre Bikram to tell you more.
Dear hockey friends, dear hockey family, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I would like to congratulate you once again for your great work for the development of hockey and to defeat COVID-19 and the pandemic, and you kept hockey alive in your regions, in your countries. I congratulate you on your great work. I am once again going to touch upon some important points about Olympic solidarity. It's a great opportunity for us, for our athletes, and I will spend a couple of minutes to inform you about the new cycle of Olympic solidarity. Let us look at a short presentation about Olympic solidarity and its key priorities. Always strengthen the Olympic movement with its solidarity funding model, and also empower the National Olympic Committees to keep athletes at the heart of Olympic movement. Of course, obviously, we need to keep our strategies aligned with IOC. Let us quickly look at the 2017 and 2020 cycle of the Olympic solidarity and journey from 2018 New Delhi, where I made the presentation. I must say a strong response from you, your national associations, and we were able to deliver 50 projects. And that is a fantastic achievement for us, and that put us in the International Olympic Committee on the top of international federations list. And we were all together were able to $1.4 million. This is what we received for hockey development. You can be a part of it in future. You are already part of it for the last cycle. You can also get this in the new cycle. Let's work on this with a strong goal. For the new cycle 21-2024, this is not something strange. We had National Sports System, again DNSS, Team Sports Grant, Technical Courses, and Olympic Scholarship. These are our 4 common world programs which we can always achieve. Youth Athletes Development and Refugees Athlete Sport, where it is relevant, is also part of our program. Let's have a look at the process. It is simple that as National Federation, you contact us. We, together with you, make a strong application. You bring this application to National Olympic Committee. Where applicable, we as FIH will contact National Olympic Committee to help your application as well. And finally, it will goes to the Olympic Solidarity, and That way, we will approve and help with our huge network of FIH Academy educators and trainers. We will deliver the projects in the most efficient and with the international standards. It was a quick snapshot what we did in last cycle and what we are going to do in our new cycle. We will be sending all the materials to you, and you will have the opportunity to discuss all these things with us. We will organize the global webinars and zonal webinars at continental level as well. And also, we will encourage you to have individual Zoom calls directly with us, with my team at the FIH. Dear friends, let us work together and let us approach and create a good network with our national Olympic committees. And I would like to say that Olympic funding sources belongs to us, belongs to you, belongs to our athletes. It is only a matter of our professional approach and our good coordination. Our team at FIH is at your disposal. As we mention our next steps, we will follow them and we will work together. Please take care and stay safe. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Muito obrigado.
Growing participation in our sport is a massive team effort. From a local club's invite a friend to training initiative through to a live broadcast Hockey World Cup final and every project or initiative in between. Hockey for Life, and now the Hockey Invites Year of the Youth initiatives, will launch an effort to collect, compile and share great ideas and good practice in participation development. Supported by the FIH Marcoms team, these projects have been regularly shared through our media channels. Where appropriate, we've connected projects to local and regional networks. To date, we've received over 100 project reports, all of which will be highlighted in the end of the Year of the Youth online report. Hockey at home and other remote training initiatives have become commonplace throughout the world. Our venture into this world was via the FIH Young Athlete Academy, a year-long diploma for young hockey players with the drive and ambition to grow and develop. Young athletes have been appointed mentor and workshops with international experts in physical, mental, technical and tactical development areas. We're delivering in partnership with non-profit company The Hockey Exchange. Para-hockey, more specifically Hockey ID, for the intellectually disabled hockey players, has had an incredible 2 years. Here's our para-hockey lead, Norman Hughes, to tell us more.
It's been a really active period for growth in Hockey ID for players with intellectual disability. We entered 2018 with 9 active nations, all based in Europe. We left 2020 with 16 active nations across Asia, Europe, Pan Am, and Oceania. Fantastic growth. Congratulations to the continental federations and the new nations who've joined the family. A special thank you to Pan Am and Argentina for showcasing Hockey ID during the Summer Youth Olympic Games in 2018. Over the last 2 years, we've also grown closer to our key partners, Special Olympics International, who focus on participation and growth, and Virtus IPC, who focus on the elite end of the sport. In December 2020, the FIH Executive Board proudly announced that for the very first time, hockey would be a demonstration sport in the Special Olympics World Games, with 15 nations having the opportunity to enter. A very big thank you to the German Hockey Board for making this happen. We target 24 active Hockey ID nations by 2024, and this event we hope will inspire more of you to join the family. Such rapid growth requires development and sharing of best practice examples, and the annual hockey forums for Hockey ID prove extremely popular. In the coming months, you'll be able to access many more startup resources on the FIH platforms. The international competition calendars for Hockey ID is getting busier and busier, offering the same opportunities to those players. Together, we have lots to do. In 2022, we're delighted to announce that the FIH Women's World Cup will stage the Euro Hockey ID Championships alongside them in Amsterdam. Special thank you to the KNHB and European Hockey for making that happen. Together we have lots to do to support new nations to link closely to their Special Olympics locally, to develop a shared toolkit for Hockey ID, to use Berlin to inspire more growth, and to make sure we become an official sport of Special Olympics, and to ensure we focus on the delivery of real inclusion. Come join the party. Together we can do it, and together we're stronger.
At the 2016 Congress in Dubai, the motto education, education, education was at the center of FIH's development priorities and was also praised as one of its successes. This was 2 years after the first FIH Academy face-to-face course. At the 2018 Congress in Delhi, education was no longer a priority. It was much more than that. FIH Academy courses and programs became widespread across the world, with more than 5,000 individuals enrolled in some form of education, either online or face-to-face. Its programs became integrated in continental federations and national associations, servicing athletes, coaches, umpires, technical officials, and administrators. Its qualifications became available worldwide, with coaches using them to apply to jobs outside their home nation, and with officials and administrators getting their first opportunity at hockey education. But, as it always is, with successes came challenges. And the biggest one of them all came in 2020, as the world moved into COVID confinement. But as part of a resilient community as we are, we embraced the challenge and moved forward into the online world, which proved to be the best decision we ever made. Since April 2020, 225 FIH Academy online courses have been delivered, which is more than what had been delivered in the previous 3 years. Almost 3,000 individuals from 22 member nations in the 5 continents attended, in English, Spanish, German, and soon also in French and other languages. Courses specifically for athletes were also delivered, together with courses for umpires, technical officials, and administrators. This achievement was only possible because we worked with a team of dream makers, made of world-class trainers and educators that inspire and upskill our hockey community. Alongside them, the Hero Scholarships, our way to support the ones who are lacking the opportunity and the resources to enroll in education. Behind all this, a workforce of elected and professional officials who are committed to not leaving anyone behind during their watch. Education, education, education is still the motto at FIH. It's a long-term investment in the future of the hockey community.
In 2018, the management stream of the FIH Academy was repurposed with the objective of providing governance, event management, policy, facilities, and development guidance from NAs to other NAs. The first face-to-face program was planned in early 2020, but was cancelled due to COVID. Like many areas, the program went online, and the FIH NA Development Series was born. The series has proved very popular, with over 50 NAs joining each of the 6 episodes delivered to date. Thank you for all the guests and presenters who've joined us to make them happen. In 2018, we initiated the Sticks for the World campaign, as you'll see from this video.
The purpose of Hockey Ready is to encourage associations, clubs, schools, other organisations to collect new and second-hand hockey equipment.
Our aim is to collect 101,000 hockey sticks by December 2020.
So the Sticks for the World campaign was a call for action for all of hockey to find and distribute 101,000 hockey sticks. From the State of the Game report alone, you've identified over 170,000 hockey sticks have been collected, purchased and distributed development projects around the world. A remarkable achievement, I'm sure you'll agree. So what's next? We're continually developing new subject areas for the NA Development Series and have match integrity, safeguarding, gender equality and event management coming soon. Our belief in the message that hockey can be played anywhere will continue to fuel our desire to see multiple formats that support specific local and national needs.
Have you seen the news? No? Really? Well, you should. There have been incredible hockey development stories throughout the world that have been filling our hearts with joy, with pride, and with hope. We all know that sport is a force for good, for solidarity, and for hope. We probably see this every day in our clubs, schools, or local community. We're probably part of those stories as well. But since the IOC and the United Nations held their hands together and tied the Olympic spirit and the Olympic values to the United Nations Social Development Goals, also known as SDGs, sport was given a chance to show those stories to the world, because those are the stories that make the world a better place for us to live. Let me share with you some of those stories. In Africa in 2020, there were more people attending hockey education than ever before in the history, simply because online education helped breaking the great barrier of distance between nations. And that made the access to hockey education not just easier, but much more regular. In Asia, more precisely in the Philippines, the national indoor hockey team started cleaning beaches as a way to contribute to the wider society and as a way to help in the fight to protect the environment. This was a joint initiative with the Lorong Hockey sa Pilipinas, the Community Environment and Natural Resources Office, and had the full support of the city mayor. In Europe, there is a Dutch-based charity called Hockey Dreams Foundation. They work mostly in Zambia, Uganda, and Malawi, and they aim to improve the lives of people by giving local hockey coaches the chance to build their future around sport. Over the years, they have been offering not only education, but also hockey jobs to young coaches in economically deprived areas. In Oceania, in the islands of Tonga, Vanuatu, and Solomon Islands, the Oceania Hockey Federation designed a hockey development project funded by multiple stakeholders, which allowed for the hiring of hockey development officers in a place where hockey jobs are hard to find, and so are jobs. That consequently boosted hockey in those islands. In Pan America, Juan Sanchez from Colombia created a project in the cities of Bogota and Itagüí, using hockey as an activity to promote change in challenging local communities. With 2,500 children starting to play hockey, Juan's project was one of the 42 community-based projects chosen by the IOC as part of their Young Change Maker program.
The State of the Game survey is a biannual census of National Association data for governance, participation, competitions and formats, and development. As well as reducing the length and complexity of the survey to focus on only must-have information, the new FIH World Hockey membership platform will enable NAs to view and update all data at any point online moving forward. This is all in an effort to make it as easy as possible for NAs to provide this data. The survey is an important indicator of NA needs. This supports us and the CFs to target programs more efficiently and appropriately. It also enables us to report generally on the global state of hockey to our partners and supporters. Thank you to all 100 nations who completed the survey in time. Let's have a quick look at a few key indicators. There's been an overall growth of the game, with more young people now playing hockey. You've reported a significant increase in participation levels of under 18 boys and girls over the past 2 years, whilst adult participation has fallen, perhaps impacted by the pandemic. We are still gender balanced, though now slightly more in favour of women. Formats you play have remained steady, with the exception of Hockey ID, which has grown from 9 to 22% of nations. Here is the overall picture by continent, with all showing a slight increase on 2018. And finally, by nation, with the largest 24 nations representing 94% of global participation. The State of the Game report will be published in 2 to 3 months, with a main focus on the following indicators. If you've not yet completed the survey, please do so as soon as possible, so you may be included in the report. So that was our halftime report. We have 3 to 4 years more of Hockey 2024, and in addition to what we've reported today, here are 7 key targets through to our 100th anniversary. They very much focus on providing NAs with more coordinated and tailored service based on specific needs, encouraging more collaboration between clubs and nations, and finding fresh, innovative solutions to unstructured participation. Thank you to the many individuals and organisations who've contributed to the growth of our game over the past few years. Stay safe, and thank you for joining us today.